Dan Davis.
Thank you, Dan. And thank you to John Fry, who I know had to slip out. But John is truly a friend to the town of Herndon. The clerk of the circuit court isn't necessarily a really flashy job, but you can rest assured that we are served well as citizens of the town of Herndon, but also being citizens of Fairfax County. We're served very well having John Fry as our clerk of the circuit court. I certainly hope he stays there and serves us for a long time. Thanks again, Dad, and thanks to my wife, Rosemary, and the kids. Without Rosemary, I probably wouldn't have showed up here on time or anywhere else that I have to go. She really keeps me going and sometimes picks out my suits and things like that. I'd be lost without her. So thank you, and thank you to my children, too. In a few minutes, I do want to discuss some of the things that we've accomplished over the past couple of years. And I want to introduce some of the folks that were instrumental in getting those things done. Former Vice Mayor Connie Hutchinson. Councilman Bill Terrell and his wife Jan. Councilman Dave Kirby and Councilman Charlie Liddell were unable to come tonight. And also Councilman Hush was unable to come. But we certainly appreciate all their hard work, and without them we wouldn't be able to do the things we've been able to do. Some more people I'd like to recognize. Former council members, Lee Powell. Citizens that we have from our planning commission. Bob Burke was here, I believe he just left, and I think George Burke is still here. Excellent. Recently I had the opportunity to visit with the Hope Chinese School, which meets at Herndon High School on the weekends, and they had a wonderful celebration for the Lunar New Year and had several hundred people there, and a lady came up to me with a large sash and wrapped it around me and said, "You're dancing now," and my wife will tell you I don't dance, but she dragged me out and did a little dance, and hopefully it's not on YouTube or anything like that. But the principal of the Herndon's Hope Chinese School is here, Dr. Stan Duke. And from the Silver Light Senior Association, Dr. Nathan Wong. Delegate Tom Russ sends his regards. He would have liked to have been here tonight, but the General Assembly is still working this weekend. I understand they'll work late tonight, and I understand they're working tomorrow. Maybe we can get a budget accomplished tomorrow, so that would be good to see. So again, I appreciate you all coming. I will be brief because I've always said if there's one thing I'd like to be known for after I leave office, it's brevity. And another reason I'd like to be brief, I recently heard a congressman from New Jersey speak, and he said he was invited somewhere and he spoke. And it was a topic he was really knowledgeable about. And he went on for about an hour and 15 minutes and felt like he did a great job. And afterward, a little girl, 4 or 5, came up to him. And she said, "Mister, that was really long and boring." So she walked away, skipped off like a little girl. And her father came over and he said, "Oh, I saw you were talking to my daughter. Thank you." You know, she's at that awkward age where she just repeats everything everybody else says. People here on a rainy Saturday night, and even on a rainy Saturday morning, there's a lot of things to do, especially now coming into springtime. So I hope I'll see a lot of you here on the town green for Friday Night Live, which starts the first weekend in May, first Friday in May, for the Herndon Festival, which will start, which will be the first weekend in June. And it's great to be here in downtown because this is where many of our plans for the future are centered. I know a lot of you have participated in the downtown master planning process, and I'd like to see more It's been a great honor to serve as your mayor over the past 4 years. Local government is the level of government closest to the people, so it should be the most responsive form of government. I've worked hard over the past 4 years to be responsive to all citizens and address the concerns I've heard. I'm proud to say we've made progress in many areas, and if I'm reelected, I think we'll work hard to continue that progress. For a long time, I've thought the most important quality for success in any endeavor was persistence. I think that's more important than skill or even ability or luck. My professional life has always required me to be persistent, whether in sales or in training clients and helping them achieve their fitness goals. And I've worked hard to have that level of persistence in my service here in town. We all know that the economy is challenging right now, and falling home values hurt the town's revenues. But we need to persist and look for a variety of ways to reduce spending so we can minimize the burden on earning homeowners and maintain the high level of service we all enjoy here in town. This year, I think it'll be even tougher for the budget, but with your input, we'll craft an appropriate budget. So please continue to contact the town. Let us know there'll be more opportunities to testify before council, or you can just let us know individually ahead of time. But we do need your input. We need to know what's important. Back in 2005, residential overcrowding was having a negative impact on many neighborhoods in our town. It would have been easy to ignore that problem, but to improve the quality of life and ensure everyone in town lives in a healthy and safe situation, we had to be persistent and give staff the resources and direction they needed to combat that problem. Now, active cases have been cut more than in half, and we'll continue to make residential overcrowding one of our highest priorities. I think foreclosures have, anecdotally at least, seemed to have slowed down some, but I think we need to keep an eye on this, keep the pressure up, and stay in touch with the public. Really, our eyes and ears in the neighborhood, and let us know if there's things going on in the neighborhood to be aware of. But I'm pleased with the progress we made there. I'm pleased with all staff's hard work on residential overcrowding. Another area where we've made progress and we'll have to continue to work is cooperating with some of our neighbors. There are plans, as many of you have heard, for development outside of the town's borders, but those plans could potentially have a lot of impact on the town of Herndon. Around the CIT, which is that interesting looking black building that kind of looks like it's upside down, some folks say, there will be a metro stop near there. So Herndon will have a metro stop that we're really focused on, but we'll have another one that's even closer to certain neighborhoods in town. And there are plans both in Fairfax and Loudoun County for a lot of development around the CIT. So we've worked together, we formed an interjurisdictional committee that several of our council members and I serve on, and we work with the elected leaders in Fairfax and Loudoun counties trying to make sure that adequate infrastructure is there and that they plan for the future so that all the traffic has a wide variety of ways in and out of there so it doesn't impact that southwest corner of town, which can already be challenged with traffic lights certain times of the day, especially the afternoon rush hour. I regularly meet with businesses in town to try and understand what brought them to town and what they feel makes Herndon a good place to do business. And we're working to bring a bigger strategy to that, to take the next step. Tonight we had Mr. Mike Chin from Cyber Data, which is a local IT firm. He had a formal event now with the Secretary of Commerce, the new Secretary of Commerce for Virginia. He was able to stop by early. But we'll continue to do those meetings and develop a task force that will give us a strategy for cost-effective ways that we can continue to foster economic development. That first step has been very important, understanding who's here, understanding what brought them here, and knowing what makes Herndon a good place to do business so we can capitalize based on that and promote Herndon as a place for business based on what other businesses find attractive. During my first time, I signed an agreement with ICE to allow our Herndon Police Department to participate in the 287G training program, and during this term, I re-signed that agreement. This program allows the Herndon Police Department to perform certain limited functions of an immigration officer and gives our police officers another effective tool to remove dangerous criminals from our community. And I'm not sure if all the folks running this year have supported that partnership, but I support that partnership, and the current members of council have as well, and I'll continue to give